Here, let me pull it out for you. Vigilante, baby. Zoneloc hook. Let's go. That's one of them old flipping that old big jig. Yeah, flipping that old big jig. Right where it's supposed to be. I just want to show y'all that. Right where that old Zoneloc got him, right where he's supposed to be. He ain't coming off. Got it in the, come up and got it. Damn. That feels like a good one. Oh. He come up and got it. Oh. That's what we're talking about. That's what we want right there. That's what we're wanting right there. Oh, I look goofy as hell trying to get this fish so I can get a better grip on him. But that right there is what we after, boys. And he ate that vigilante. He got that vigilante and he said, "Donk." He come up and got it. Get this right. Ugh. Here, let me pull it out for you. Vigilante, baby. Zoneloc hook. Let's go. That'll give us 5. All right, guys, that was a pretty good day. I want to say that I had about 14 pounds. I had a 5-pounder, had some other decent fish. Not a great bag, but a decent bag. I feel pretty good about it. So this is my favorite time of the year. You can go back and watch other videos on my channel. Right now, flipping grass and frogging is my favorite time of the year. To me, it's easy. It puts the blinders on and I can go out and I flip, and if I see something happen way far away from me, I pick up the rod, pick up my frog, and I throw it out there, try to get something that's across the map from me, and just keep going. It's my favorite time of year. Flip, blinders on. I can grab a couple bags of plastic. I can grab my box of punching gear, which has got my weights, my hooks, my bobber stops. Again, grab my plastics. I grab a box of frogs, grab 3 rods, and I'm out the door, and we're gonna go catch them. Again, my favorite time of the year. So let's start talking about my gear and some of the fish catches that I had. So first fish catch I had was on a big jig. I learned to flip grass 2005, 2006. Everybody's talking about flipping grass and whacking them, and I'm flipping, I can't get it figured out. So I took a trip with Mr. Tim Chandler. He showed me how to flip grass, and ever since then I've been hooked. Went on a guide trip with him. He showed me how to do it. The next weekend I went out, flipped my areas that I'd already found and been catching them on a frog, flipped them with the big jig, this big jig to be exact, and whacked them. 20+ pound bag, and I'll put a picture of it right here. It was a little team trail, and I was in my little boat. I actually called one of the guys in the tournament, was like, hey, I need to borrow half your live well because I've got so many big fish and I don't want them to die. He came, I put 3 fish in his live well, and I kept 2, coiled one of them, still had that small one that off to the side, but hey, that small one was a 3-pounder. So that tells you anything, that was a sack. But going back to the video, this right here is how I learned. This jig right here means a lot to me. So let's just start talking about my gear. When I flip a big jig, a 1-ounce jig, a 1 1/4 ounce jig, I like to use a 7/6 rod. Usually when I'm punching, I use a 7/11. I don't know why. Big jig, I like a 7/6 rod. It's how I learned. I don't know if that's what it is. I keep everything like I did a long time ago. So the rod is a Ark Tharp series King Cobra. It's a 7/6 heavy action, or heavy power fast action rod. Got a nice parabolic action to it. Not as much as my punching rod, but it's still got a good action to it. It's paired with a Daiwa Zillion. It says this is a Daiwa Zillion HD. It says it's a 7/3, but it's not. It's a 9-to-1 ratio reel. It's been pimped out by the guys at the Tackle Trap. Spanky at the Tackle Trap, he does a great job pimping these reels out. So I'm gonna put a link down below so you can check out the Tackle Trap. Those guys there do some great work with some Daiwa reels. So that's the rod and reel. This is 60-pound test Sunline FX2, what I always flip. So this is the bait. It is a 1-ounce Choo lures Titan head jig. It was designed to flip grass. This is my favorite color Choo has ever made. This is called Midnight. If you look at it, it's got black with some silver in it and some blue. Blue's even got a little bit of silver in it. And I always pair it with a flipping blue chunk. This one is the one that I've caught fish on so much, and I call him Odd Willy because he's missing an eye. He caught that big sack for me. So there you go, guys. That's Mr. Odd Willy. I always keep him around because he catches some fish. I've changed the skirt on him a few times. So that's my big jig rod. I do flip it. I like to flip it more now in scattered grass, not as full and matted up. Used to flip it into matted stuff. It's just the punch rig is better for doing that now. So let's go ahead and go to the punch setup. Right now, my punch setup that I've been flipping with is a Ark Rods Invoker Pro. It is the 7'11" heavy fast action. They actually make, guys, they make an extra heavy fast action if you want you need a extra heavy rod. I don't. The grass that we flip on Guntersville, I really don't need a extra heavy rod. I really like this rod. I really like the way it's set up. It's got a nice parabolic action so that when you hook up, you can hold the fish on there. If you got to go get them, you got to go get them. You can rip them out, but sometimes, like I did in this video, I just held that fish in that grass and went and got him. This rod is great for that. It won't rip the hook out of their mouth because it's got that soft parabolic action. Guys, again, 60-pound FX2 braid. Hope I didn't say fluorocarbon. It's braid, FX2 braid, 60-pound from Sunline. This reel is a Daiwa Tatula Elite flip and pitch. Again, this one is pimped out too. It has a SV spool in it. These flip and pitch, a lot of times you get a little fluff on them. If you put that SV spool in them, takes that all away, makes it that much better of a reel. And again, Tackle Trap does these mods. If you want them to do it, or you can buy the mods and do it yourself. They have the stuff. I'll put the link down below to Tackle Trap, and you can see just how great these are. Spanky and the guys over there do a great job fixing these reels and making them better than they come from the factory. So that's the rod and reel setup. Let's talk about a little bit of the business end right quick. First and foremost, I have my Ark bobber stop. Let me get the line undone. Ark bobber stop, guys. These are new this year from Ark. I've had them for a couple months, and actually this one has been on my line since I got them. It is, we're over a month, and you can see how kind of hard it is to move it. It's a wonderful, wonderful bobber stop. They hold really good. I bought a pack of, I think it's a pack of 90, and I'll put the price right up in here. I don't think I'll ever get through this because this is the same one I've been using all year. I don't know. I mean, I've got another one on another rod, but that's the same one I've been using all year, and it's phenomenal. If you check these out, guys. I know you can buy a pack of 9 for $2. They'll last you a year, easy. 9. Unless you're changing a line, you're not going to need another bobber stop. This one's still hard to move. I know some of them burn out real easy. This one's not burning out. All right, next on the line, I have my 1 ounce Ark tungsten weight. Big thing about this weight, it's got an insert in it. See if I can move it where you guys can see the insert. See the insert? It's a big deal to me, guys. I used to break off fish a lot. I've quit breaking off fish. I noticed a while back, I was thinking last year, years before, I never broke off. I never had to retie. I'd retie, you know, maybe once a week, not worry about it, and then something changed and I started breaking off, and I started going through all my gear thinking, what changed? The biggest change was I was flipping weights without an insert. Without that insert, I don't care how polished you think that the inside of that weight is, all of them are pretty much made in the same place. They cut your line. The insert protects your line, and I've noticed since I went back to having an insert, haven't had no problems breaking off. All right, now get to the real business end. I haven't really talked about this hook a lot. This is the Zoneloc hook. This is a heavy duty flipping hook by Zoneloc. Big thing is they got that little sweet spot right here, and why that's a big thing is when you're flipping, kind of the fish gets in there and gets in that sweet spot, and it's not up here next to that barb, it holds them and you just get them in. That barb cuts holes in their mouth more when they're trying to fight you. This keeps it away from the barb. Been good, guys. Been playing with it for a month. I wouldn't bring it to you over a month. Actually, it's been June. I wouldn't bring this to you if I didn't believe in it. That's my big thing. If I don't believe in it, I'm not talking to you about it. I just skipped it completely, but I believe in this hook now. This is a 5/0. I usually flip a 4/0. The Zonelocs are a little short on the shank to me, so I've had to move up to a 5/0 to get the bite that I want in the fish. Also, this is one of my little secrets. I bend the hook out just a degree or two. Helps me get it. To me, it helps me get a better hook in the fish because I don't want them in the lip. I want them in that bone. I want this to drive through the bone, and that's why it was a big deal that I showed that in this video when I was like, got him where he's supposed to be, right through the nose. He ain't coming off. That going through there, that locks in place, he ain't coming off. So, Zoneloc hook, you can find them. I'll put links down below where you can find them. Now, the lure that I was flipping, the Vigilante. I know that I've talked about it a little bit in other videos. Gonna have a video coming out soon. Meet the Vigilante. When it comes out, I'll put it up in the eye if you're watching this later. But this is the flipping bait that I've been using. I tear the legs off of him, so this is a money color. I've been using the money color. I tear those little side legs off of him and get this little presentation right here. I think the fish have been eating crawdads because that last one that I caught, I put him in the live well so I can do a few things, and I'm going to show you right here. He tried to spit up a big lobster. I think they're eating crawdads more than they're eating the bluegill right now. This has been catching a lot of fish for me. I really like it. It's slender, it gets down through the grass easy. Just been catching them on this more than the fuzzy beaver, which is a great bait normally for it. If you want to get you some of those, go to riotbaits.com and use the code WildmanBud. Save yourself 15%. Hey, might as well. I'm telling you, they work. So, guys, that's my setups from flipping this year. Flipping and punching. If you have any questions, go down and hit me up in the comments. Again, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. Go and ring the bell. You don't want to miss that. Meet the Vigilante. I promise you that. It's a great bait. I've given some of these bags away to people, and they come back and they're like, "Oh, that's a great bait, dude. That's a great bait." Yeah. So again, go get you some. Use the code. Use the Bud code. Save yourself 15%. And it's that time, guys. So break out the big sticks. Get out on Guntersville. Break out the big sticks and flip that grass. Catch you one of them hydrilla gorillas. So I'm hoping to catch me another hydrilla gorilla coming up soon. So until next time, stay safe, tight lines, and we'll see you on the water.